Hello friends, Christian here with BrickLifeCrisis. This channel is recommended for adult and teen fans of LEGO. If you are younger than the age of 13, you're welcome to watch, but first, get your parents' permission. Alright, this is the final week and it's kind of a little bit of a cheat because it's not even a full week. We start with the 22nd, then we have the 23rd and 24th, and that's it. So let's see, the 22nd is right here. If I can get it, there we go. And that looks like a Grogu in a Christmas sweater. That's cool. So of course he comes with a little baby carrier, but this is our little Grogu in a Christmas sweater. He's got a little scarf on and a Christmas sweater. That is adorable. I like it a lot. All right, next we have day 23, which is right up here. There. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, that looks like Grogu's pram. All right, here it is, the pram. There's just a 2x2 jumper plate in there for Grogu to sit on. There's a little bit of like vent type detailing at the front and back, and yeah, that's about it. So he just sits in there like so, and he can rock, or you can imagine him floating along with Mando. Yeah, pretty cool. And then of course the backpack is there too, but yeah, I like that. All right, the last one for the Star Wars Advent Calendar, day 24, Christmas Eve. We have a holiday Mando. All right, here he is, Din Djarin, Mando, and as you can see, he has a holiday scarf on. If we remove his helmet, they still give him just the plain black head, which I am fine with. A lot of people don't like that. They want to see Jin's face. I get it, but I'm okay with the black underneath. This is, I think, some Beskar armor there on the side, and the front is nice and shiny. I really like the pattern on that scarf. And then, whoops, if we flip him around to the back, you can see the scarf somewhere around his neck and the back of his armor and such. But this is a nice character. And then in the previous build of the weapons rack, we had the weapon for Din Djarin right here. And yeah. Oh, and the longer weapon is supposed to be for the IG assassin droid. But yeah, that is Din Djarin. Then we have Baby Yoda, or Grogu, and his pram, along with the little backpack. And we had the snow sled kind of thing driven by the AT-AT. We had the little micro build of that capital ship that is captained by Moff Gideon. We had the snow speeder. The driver of that was earlier. And then we had the Slave One and a probe droid and the IG-88 or IG-11 or IG series assassin droid, all in the last week and a half. Pretty cool. All right, here's the end of the Harry Potter. We have just 3 days today, the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. 22nd is right here. And that gives us, ooh, Malfoy. All right, here we have our first year Malfoy, and he has 2 sets of wands as well. I was starting to feel like maybe there was a mistake that I should have gotten 2 with Harry, but there was 1 set with Harry, but then we got another set last week with the book and the wand box, so I think it all works out. Incidentally, there is a alternate face for Malfoy. Looks a little bit less menacing, and I should also point out that Ron had an alternate face, as did Hermione, and I think I already showed you Ron and his cousin. So those are the alternate faces for those three. Okay, day 23 is up here. And that gives us a Christmas tree. All right, and that is our Christmas tree. It goes on the little red carpet there, day 23. And finally, day 24 is our little game spinner. Before I build this, I want to point out this printed saucer piece with a -1, 4, -2, and 3. All right, just in case you weren't already aware, that final build is this little spinner because what we have here is kind of a board game. So you'll notice along the edge there, it tells you to cut out the board. So you separate the flap from the rest of the box. And then there are certain builds like the privet drive sign, and then the fireplace, the birthday cake, etc., that make up obstacles in the game. You spin the spinner to see how many spots you go. So I would go 3. So if I was Ron, I would go, whoops, 1, 2, 3. So the figures are your tokens, and I guess the first one to reach the end is the winner. But that's kind of a fun idea. I like it quite a bit. So that was Harry Potter Advent Calendar for 2021. Very cool. All right, wrapping up everything, the final 3 days of the City Advent Calendar, starting with day 22. 22 gives us a locomotive, it looks like. All right, so yeah, it looks like a little locomotive, a little train. We already have a train in this set, but all right, that's cool. There we go, day 22. Day 23 is up here. And looks like we have a car to go behind the train. All right, yes indeed, that is a car for the train, and it has a couple presents on the back, and there's room for a figure to sit there. And finally, day 24, I'm guessing that's going to be Santa Claus. Sure enough. All right, here he is, Santa Claus. He has a couple of cookies and a megaphone so he can shout out ho 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 without hurting his voice. Take that off his hands. Get a little bit better look at him. There we go. He's got some white gloves, a nice print, some glasses, of course a Santa hat. If we look at the back, you can see he's got a candy cane tucked in his belt. We take off the hat, no alternate face, but he does have that nice beard piece there. And without the beard piece, he just looks a little awkward. So that wraps up the final week of the Lego City Advent Calendar. We've got the train with the gifts and the riding option. We have the megaphone, Santa, and cookies, and everything else that we got here. So nicely done. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave us a like. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, take care. Merry Christmas.